2-0. Here's Steve Rebellion.
Thanks, Pete. And Alison, always great to hear from her. She's been over here admiring the hockey, looking after a few corporate guests, and popular wherever she goes, Richard. She can play.
She can play. She's a wonderful player. In fact, she's probably been the best 2 or 3 female hockey players I've ever seen, and it's all still in front of her. She's so young. She's played well over 110 or 12 internationals now, and I think that's the key point. He really did take them to another level, and they were clearly the best team in Atlanta, and so exciting, in fact, that the population of Australia really got behind them and love watching them play. And I hope the men can continue to do that today and tomorrow and in the lead up to the World Cup and do very well in Utrecht.
Well, talking to Terry Walsh, I think he unashamedly takes a leaf out of Rick Charlesworth's book. Says if we can play like the women do, then well on the way to #1 spot in the world.
Well, you've got to thank the personnel, and Richard Charlesworth inherited a very good batch of players from the previous coach, Brian Glencross. So the women's program, when you look at it, goes back to about 1986-87, and they've really grown. Of course, they won the gold medal in Seoul and again in Atlanta. So that's what the men have got to do: win a gold medal at the Olympic Games.
You won't be jealous if they do, will you, Richard?
I'll be the first. I'll be first one down there to congratulate them. We'll be able to get that thing off my back that I've been carrying ever since I coached the team, and all my friends will stop rubbishing me about it.
Oh, sorry. To bring it up.
Well, you're only a minor critic.
All right, second half underway. And will we see more goals? You would tend to think so, the way this tournament's gone.
And Lewis is on.
Choppy.
Oh, that was a bit lucky. I didn't think Choppy was 5 yards away.
Here's Kang. Carruthers escorting him down the sideline. And Jason Duff is on. Yes,
so York's having a rest.
Hahn doing well. Wins a hit just outside. Hong is close to the goal along with Yo. Choppy will see them away towards the 25. Sproul. This is a good ball for Davies, but he showed a bit much of it.
Just trying to give the little body dummy, but it didn't quite work.
Yeah, John wasn't buying.
No, he wasn't.
Davies. Whoa. Hiskins was there. Came up empty.
Stephen Davies has a whole new body language about the way he's playing. He's obviously feeling very confident. There's 2 balls on the pitch, so they'll have to start again. Davies, the way he's playing, the way he's acting on the pitch, just shows me that he's very confident in his own ability at the moment.
Guff to Sproul. Sproul. Feeling for obstruction, were they?
But not on, because he was moving.
Shin.
It's a fine line between using your body and protecting the ball and just turning.
Shin got away from 2.
I don't know how he did that.
Occasionally he does it, though. All right, we're with Song. He's looking for Hong.
I think I like him better with the red bandana on his head.
He's a little more easy to pick.
Yes, he is.
Might be a superstitious character.
He wears it with the red shirt. Maybe he's a fashion dresser. Matching.
Dedicated follower of fashion. Stacey up the line for Choppy. Might get to it first. Nope. Mr. Ruiz shooting Choppy a quizzical look. What are you complaining about?
Choppy said, oh, Ruiz, typical Argentinian style, a shrug of the shoulders.
What can I do?
No problem.
I can only apply the rules, Mr. Choppy. Sorry. 3 minutes gone, second half, 2-0 Australia. Looking to take a perfect record into the final. They're already there. 5 wins would look good. 6 would look a little better. wasn't so long ago that the Champions Trophy was just a straight round robin. Whoever finished top of the table after 5 games was the champion. Now we have a final. Hong back to Shin, and that's split his 2 teammates, unfortunately.
Yes, I can well remember when it was the top. If you finished on top, you won the Champions Trophy. I remember a couple of times I was very happy about that, because a few times we had injuries and sickness. And
Brennan. Lewis. Godoy.
Sproul.
Yes. Good run. Getting some numbers up now. Davies on his reverse. Well played by Jeon Jong-ha. Well, looking threatening, Kookaburras.
It was a nice movement. Fortunately, Stephen Davies got on his reverse.
Hard tackle by Hiskins. Shin to Song. Whoops. Footwork. Shin. Kang. Shin. Stunned again.
Yes.
Oh, I thought he was going to get away from 2 once more, but the whistle favours Australia this time. And Lewis. Hahn up the line with Song. Shin. Look at Song go. He's got pace, but Carruthers has position. So early in the second half, we're looking to get on the board, make something of it. Touch from Stacey. He's away. Choppy. Wants to take on Cho.
Pace.
Choppy. Oh,
good goalkeeping.
Yes, well done, Koo-Jin Soo. That was an important one. The support coming up. Yo. Choppy, just better watch it. He's getting a little warning from Mr. Ruiz. Just calm it down a little. Certainly need Baden Choppy tomorrow.
Yes, they need all of them. Because there's still going to be some doubt about David Wansborough's wrist.
Yo. Godoy. Strong tackle. Look all right to you?
Yes, it did. The ball was out of his control. That's what Godoy got the ball, knocked it onto his stick and over the goal line. There really is too much emphasis on the ball, on players carrying the ball on their weakest side, on their reverse.
Brennan.
If they're not careful, it just becomes habit forming. It's the most difficult side to play the game on.
Carruthers. Choppy. Strong use of the body. Choppy got a call from Hiskins at the far post, but no way to get it there. Yo. Hahn. Jong. Song. Oh. Ran into a brick wall called Jason Duff, I think.
Yes, there was a few people lining up to tackle Song then. You watch it here. There's Carruthers, Godoy's reaching in, and in comes Duff. Ball was lifted, so it'll be a free hit to Australia.
Just off camera, Choppy's been over to the sideline, get a little puff on the inhaler, I think. Stacey. Did well to keep his feet. Now Brennan needs help. Stacey. Godoy. Elmer in the corner. Godoy.
Oh, unfortunately, the ball from Elmer was intercepted by Sproul on its way to Brennan.
Shin, Song. Song over the 25, and down goes the stick of Carruthers. So, or Elmer, was it? Carruthers.
Yeah, I think it was Carruthers.
This is Elmer. Can't get there that quickly. It must have been Carruthers. They look a little bit alike at times. Here he is, Carruthers.
Oh, push in the back. Oh, you got it.
Hiskins turns around and glares at Ruiz.
Well,
the crowd was with him too. What am I going to do? Yo. Shin. Cho. Here's Song. Duff with him. Brennan defending with Stacey. They've done well to clear that, but given it away. Now Choppy. Plenty of room ahead.
Let's just change of pace.
John comes out to meet him. So it's off to Elmer. John follows it across. Godoy. I think they're breathing pretty hard. There's not much zip in the legs at the moment from the Australians. They're just doing enough.
Well, it took free, it was taken and hit him in the leg. Yes, it's not crisp work that's going on here. The Australian team are making a few errors.
Godoy. Davies in space on this side if they want him. Stacey. Lewis. Stacey. 3 in the circle for Australia. And away goes Kim. Carruthers in pursuit. Gets away from him. Kim. Play on. Shin. Kang. Oh, Stacey clears.
Great piece of play by Korea.
Good advantage play.
So I think one of the players is going to get a warning here. It's probably going to be Godoy.
Yes.
Dreyer had to come. Stacey was able to clear. Godoy gets a green card for the tackle back on the 25. I'm not surprised he got that tackle. He reached in.
Yes, the umpire allowed play on because Korea kept possession, but Godoy, it was probably worth a card.
Yeah, watch it here. Yeah, it's pretty high up around the knee. It's going for the ball, but it was worth a card.
So Korea putting in some pressure. Livermore maybe going to come on shortly.
Yeah, he seems to be getting some treatment. As a doctor.
Maybe he won't be coming on then.
I didn't see him get hurt in the match, but
he did limp off, as you made mention of at the time. Elmer has knocked out ahead for himself. John is strong. And Elmer's going to be spoken to, is he? Or John? Which one? They're both number 6.
Well, they're both going for the ball. It was just a straight contest, wasn't it?
Well, it didn't look much in it. John Jong-ha or Elmer? Who's guilty here? It's John. It's the Korean player.
Well, I think they were both in this, weren't they? First to the ball. In fact, 6 got there first, John. How did you see that, Steve?
Well, it's a bit of argy-bargy both sides.
I think so, yeah. Play on.
Sproul, Duff, Brennan. Oh, that was out. So Stacey. Who can he see? Carruthers, most obviously. 23 minutes left in the match. Australia sitting on a 2-0 lead. Just realised that it's been quieter out there than we've been used to because Wandsborough's not playing. That's
right. But always in the back of your mind, you have to remember they're playing tomorrow. The gold medal game. And they want to win this match, but you don't want to burn up too much fuel trying to do it.
Lewis, well
Great
done.
trap.
Sproul. Hahn, good tackle. Kane. Bodies flying everywhere. At the pace of the game. Stepping up again.
Oh, good ball.
Good ball. Song. Sproul arrives. Better be careful.
Great tackle, Daniel Sproul. That is a superb tackle when you watch this on the replay.
We'll get back to it in a minute while Aussies advance. Godoyne. Brennan. Up towards the 25. Brennan. 16-yard hit.
Went for the deflection.
Kim. Shin. Davies, nearly. Shin finds Hahn. Song.
Of course, the Koreans have a very good record against Australian teams because they spend a lot of time training in Australia. They go to Victoria, play in Melbourne almost every year, the men's and women. They spend a lot of time in the training camp situation there. And of course, they play a lot of matches against the Victorian Institute of Sport.
Right, Lewis. Hiskins. Well, went for a slide. That was the end of that. Oh, Stacey. Muscles past. Stacey still. Godoyne. Oh, Hiskins. Nope.
Oh, must have come off the goalkeeper's glove onto Hiskins' foot. It's a good play by the goalkeeper. Watch this pass. There's a pass from Godoyne. Watch Davies' pass. Yeah, off the goalkeeper's glove onto Hiskins' foot. Umpire Ruiz was right there.
Lewis trying to work a 1-2, but he did it with himself. Lewis. Hiskins waiting in the circle.
Australia first penalty corner of the match.
Oh. Conversion rate of 1 from 9 so far for Australia. The field goal specialists at this tournament are up to 14. Extraordinary statistic out of the penalty corner column is that this is Australia's 10th penalty corner, and every other team has had no fewer than 23.
Well, if you keep going down there and hitting the ball in the net, you don't have to worry about that, do you? I always thought that was the name of the game.
Well, Godoyne hit a pretty good one against the Netherlands. He's up there with Stacey. Godoyne. Ooh, good save.
Great save by G.
Elmer. Lewis. Bounce out for Stacey. Mr. Ruiz says back towards the side and the back line. For others, no. Out comes Song. Sproul to Godoyne. More direct route taken. Davies. Elmer. Nope.
Just he couldn't turn quickly enough, Jimmy Elmer, but the passing was good.
Brent Livermore is back on. He's having trouble with shin splints, which has plagued him during the Junior World Cup as well. Here he is.
Because he'd be very keen to play. Brent Livermore.
Godoyne, Brennan, Elmer. Oh, Elmer gets away from 2. Miss-hits the ball into the circle, though.
Did all the hard work. And then the easy part, which was the final pass, looked up.
Australia's ball. Elmer. Caught Cho by surprise. Livermore. Carruthers backs up. Brennan. Oh, I thought he got the push.
It's Price who's made that decision.
Goodwin. They got numbers here. Lewis. Being very unselfish. Oh, good keeping again from Koo Jin Soo. Well, he's had a great match.
Whoa! Who's that? Carruthers. Accident. Ball was, he tried to hit it on the long pass. Just flew up. He must have undercut it.
Oh dear.
Stuart Carruthers. The doctor's running out. Oh, got him on the shoulder. That's fortuitous if you're going to be hit anywhere.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, he just dropped his wrist. Just see, got him on the shoulder.
Wow.
Evasive action by Stewie Carruthers. He's a tough little hombre. He'll be up.
Well, I think the gasp around the ground was that thought he'd been collected in the face.
Just an accident. Yep.
Australians can ill afford another injury.
Yeah. Probably need a crane to get him off because he wants to play.
Jeong's off. Hong.
Yeah, Carruthers is going to go off just to get that looked at.
And Michael York on. Yu Moon Ki. And Park. To Hong. To Song. Goodwin. Davies, Brennan. Choppy making an interesting run. Here he is. Choppy.
Clever. Oh, goal!
Yes!
Baden, Choppy, you're a champion.
And Hiskins finishes. Well, Baden, Choppy. Didn't he do some good work there? As did Davies, as did Hiskins. 3-0.
That is electrifying. For someone so young, what's the change of pace? Jinks the ball into the circle, accelerates past him like he's not there, but not only that, gets the ball to Davies, who gets the quick shot, and there's Hiskins. Again, the change of pace, the acceleration, which you need in top sport. Fantastic stuff.
Well, the interesting thing about that goal at the very end was that Hiskins did well to get a stick on it, not to have it come out and hit his body.
Yes, he finished it off nicely.
All he had to do was bunt it into the goal, but it wasn't that simple.
It's always easier from up here, but when you've only got a split second when you're there.
It's when the stick must feel oh so skinny.
Yes. See, there's the same rule again.
Well,
50-50 probably,
yeah,
that
50-50.
one. Yeah, so the defender's going to get that one.
Sometimes they're getting the benefit of no.
Yeah.
3-0, and the Australians are averaging better than 3 goals a game. Just over. Park. Oh, this is a nice ball for Kim. Kim. And yet it was so comfortably shut down. Now a good defence. There's a chance for Park. Lewis. Ouch. He's got to be careful, as we've said more than once, Paul Lewis. Not to catch the eye of the umpires. Shin. And Livermore. Moving well enough.
Oh, flicked it up into him. It'll be free hit to Korea.
Smartly taken. Kim.
Carruthers.
Lewis. York is off again. Goodwin. Lewis. Davies in some room. In the corner. Choppy was loitering on the near post. Near to us, that is.
Sproul is such a laconic character on the field. He just strolls around, and then all of a sudden he bursts into life with that. He's such a great athlete. He runs so easily, so comfortably, and very quickly. By Ruiz saw a little deflection. There's David Wansborough.
Just left wrist, a little bit of that left wrist bandaged. Probably had a painful night or two.
Does he want to play tomorrow?
Well, the Australians will need him because against Germany earlier in the week, Wansborough took them apart at times.
Yes, he did. And they find his unpredictability a real problem.
But his teammates don't.
His teammates sometimes find him unpredictable as well. But he does have that ability to turn people inside out.
Davies.
Choppy.
Lewis. They're playing it around a fair while. Easy goal for Davies. I thought they were poking it around a bit long, but they knew what they were doing. And Davies gets another. 5th for the tournament.
Too much space there. You play Australia and you create that much space, there's going to be a lot of pain. And Brennan just slices this ball backward of square, and there's Stephen Davies just deflecting it in. It's the quality of some of these players. They're able to make that ball almost talk when they want it to.
Davies came up smiling. The ball had hardly hit the backboard.
He says, why don't you give them to me like that all the time? Save me running around.
Yeah, put them on a plate, please. A china plate.
Yes. You can't resist it, can you?
No, I'm sorry. Hong. Well, with 11.5 minutes to go, surely Australia is going to take a 5-win record into the final. Won't intimidate Germany, but it looks good. Choppy. Elmer's in the circle. Choppy. Backs himself.
He's looking for a penalty corner there. He's building a relationship with umpire Luiz.
He waved to him that time, yeah.
I think that's why the crowd like him so much. He's got a real character about him. There's a bit of a rogue there, isn't there?
Yeah. A couple of favapers after the game with Mr. Ruiz.
Yes.
Livermore. Elmar. Brennan. Mightn't be done with yet, Australia. They've certainly got plenty of time to add a 5th. 10 minutes for Korea to find the net. Brennan. Terry Welch has to be very pleased with this outing. Lewis.
He's getting the crowd amused.
He'd rather not see that one.
It could be on the annual bloopers tape.
Yeah.
Might be worthwhile taking Paul Lewis off now. He's had a nice run. I certainly wouldn't be thinking about risking him any further. They're just trying to think who they've got who can come on.
Stephen Davies has got himself back into second position in the goal scorers ladder. Only trailing Javier now from Spain. Davies averaging a goal a game. Elmer.
Good pass from Carruthers. Found Elmer on the turn. Just didn't fall for him. Quite often in that situation, not only do you have to trap it, but you need to be able to get the ball in a reasonable position. There's the pass you want. She just traps it. Just didn't fall for him. Oh, Lewis.
They got 4 on 2 here. Oh, no. Elmer. Maybe still. Davies. Oh, off the side.
A little deflection off the Korean defender.
Davies is actually level with Turn de Neuer in the goal scoring table with 5. Brennan just looks a matter of time here. Through the legs. Oh, is that Davies? And Goodness me, that's the Yannick Noah style. I don't think I've seen a goal quite like that.
Well, you have to say, when you're hyped, you're boiling, aren't you?
Oh,
absolutely. The crowd love that. And that's one of the big advantages of the obstruction rule. Watch this. He goes close to Brennan, he traps it, then decides through the legs. He'll be unbearable when I talk to him after. Watch it again. He'll say he meant to do it.
I don't think there was a deflection from Elmer. Let's give that to Davies. I'm sure it was his.
Incredible. He'll probably tell me he's been practicing it all week.
Yeah. Now he's outright second in the goal scoring. Lewis, choppy to his left. Oh, Korea on the end of a hiding here now.
Yeah, too much space. They're giving Australia far too much room to manoeuvre. And we won't see this tomorrow.
Be nice if we did.
Yeah.
Lewis.
It'll look like there's 1,000 people on the pitch tomorrow. It'll be that congested at times.
It's Kim. Kang. Kim again. Can Korea get on the ball? Yoo Moon Kee on his reverse. Oh, a rattler. A beauty from Yoo Moon Kee.
He deliberately went on his reverse and he's absolutely slayed it into the corner. Watch this, he gets the ball. Yoo, at the top of the circle on his forestick, goes onto his reverse and hammers it past Dreyer. Watch it again. How difficult is this? It's a backhand slice.
First shot of the second half, and Yoo Moon Kee buries one in for Korea. 5-1. Must be a terrible pitch, this one, Richard.
I was going to say, thank goodness it's a terrible pitch. We would have seen an avalanche of goals. I mean, you just couldn't do that if there was anything wrong with the surface. That's why I'm perplexed by it. Anyway, other people will decide that.
Knocked down comfortably. And Godoyne sets Lewis on his way. Brennan. The players are going to be running out of juice shortly. Australia's trying to put some pressure on Korea coming out of defence, but they've been susceptible. Hiskins and Davies in the circle for Australia. Davies just ventures out, but John. Hahn. Still 5 minutes to go. 6 goals scored. 5 to Australia.
Anybody who's been to see every one of the Australian matches has had a wonderful time, haven't they? I mean, they've just seen some terrific hockey, some absolute superb goals.
What a fine run. Cho up out of defence. Carruthers.
That's where Godoyne's very sharp. He didn't try to trap that ball, he just played it on. He realised if he'd trapped it, he would have been in trouble.
Oh, he's having a fine game. Elmer, Hiskins, how good is that? Oh, he's left it behind. Pretty tough trap at full pace.
Absolutely, and he almost got too much of the trap. It was almost too dead. He needed to run with it.
Well, this pace and skill of his hockey is just take your breath away.
With so many young players.
Risky. Kim. Hong. Played out calmly once more by Godoyne and Elmer. They do want to slow it down a little. I think everyone's had enough. I think we've got 2 games worth in one here.
Yes, we have.
G.
Of course, Australia's only just got 24 hours rest time between tomorrow's final. So they want to keep a lot of petrol left in the tank for that.
Around 5 goals per match. 73 for the tournament. Hard. Duff. Swansborough. Wouldn't he like to be out there today? It's a feast. Couldn't be part of it. And he'll have a big appetite for it tomorrow. Kim. Oh. That looked worse than it was, I think.
There's the ball into the circle. Oh, Carruthers, a bit of a swing and a miss.
Well, Song lost his stick. Here's Livermore. Space to burn. Hiskins. Nice ball to Elmer.
Yeah, come over the top. I think he's a bit unlucky because he got a bit of the ball, but he got the stick first. And it was inside the 25, but outside the circle. Umpire deemed it to be a deliberate breach. Second penalty corner for Australia. Here it is here. Yeah, you just can't see it on that from that angle, but he reached over the top and knocked the ball away from Jimmy Elmer.
So can Australia knock in a 6th goal? Brennan marches over to the back line. Stacey and Ganoy, as usual.
I reckon Stacey might have a hit here.
Keeper's got to be shocked. Kujin Su, 5 have flown past him. Variation. Hiskins. Straight in, if you don't mind. Wasn't that well done? Hiskins gets a second. It's a feast.
He can hit a goal. These are surplus goals, you know. We should be saving these for tomorrow. He does hit it hard, and he hit it under the ground. Brennan was there anyway. It was on the other angle. Davies traps it. Dummy of the top to Hiskins. Oh, underneath the goalkeeper. He jumped up in the air and couldn't get down quick enough.
A minute to go. And we'll have to get off air quickly, so I'll just alert you to the fact we're on at 4 o'clock tomorrow with the final between Australia and Germany. And recapping today's results. We'll just wait a moment as Australia push forward again. Oh, Hiskins.
He looked up, he saw Elmer out of the corner of his eye.
I think he saw a hat-trick for himself, or another one for Elmer. But, Germany 3 beat Spain 2 today to move into tomorrow's final. That relegated Spain to the playoff for 3rd and 4th, and they'll contest that with the Netherlands, who beat Pakistan 5-2. Pakistan to play Korea in the playoff for 5th and 6th. Bit of a shock for Pakistan coming here, finding themselves in that match.
3 great matches tomorrow when you think about it, aren't there?
Oh, yes.
It's one good thing about the Champions Trophy. You certainly get good matches.
Seconds left. And Korea, I don't think they've got time to get to the circle even. Maybe. Song is flying. Hong. Oh, Dreyer stuck the stick out and denied them a second. What a goal, what a game. 6-1 Australia. 2 goals to Davies, 2 to Hiskins, 1 to Elmer and 1 to Jay Stacey. And a beauty in reply from Yu Moon Kee. But make an appointment for tomorrow afternoon when Australia plays Germany for the 19th Champions Trophy. It should be a beauty. We certainly hope you have your company then, and Australia looking for their 7th title in this tournament. So